On Hindersfell, Geralt and Yen learned that Ciri had returned to the Isles. She'd rejoined her friend, the Masked Mage. They had boarded a boat and sailed off in an unknown direction. The boat had returned, one passenger on board, a creature as mindless as it was hideous.
I recognize your type.
See, you've managed to prepare everything already.
I have.
How could you possibly know I'd agree?
I didn't. Decided to risk it.
How can I be of service? In times like these, don't...
I'd like you to craft...
Look at all my crafting tools. Alright. I'm not dismantling nothing, just repair. To me, it's not enough coins. There is enough coins. Oh. I was about to say, what do you mean there's not enough coins?
So long.
Swords on his back. What
Lead the way.
Just once, you might try to take the initiative.
Would you even let me?
It would depend on the situation. The ship carrying the gin sank somewhere in this area.
Not too precise as leads go.
I'll cast a spell on our boat. We'll know if there are any wrecks on the seafloor below us.
All right, let's get to work.
Mind if I take the helm?
I got a choice.
No. Geralt, how long must I wait? Are you ready to sail? Getting in or not? Geralt, how long must I wait? Are you ready to sail?
Not sure this gin thing's a good idea.
We managed to seize one before. Do you remember?
Of course. Dandelion almost lost his voice that time.
How lucky your exorcism saved it. It was poetic.
Yeah, how was I supposed to know that incantation meant begone and plow yourself?
You should have studied foreign languages.
Gonna keep bringing that up for the rest of my life?
Of course. Your last wish effectively assured it.
My wish was about us being together always, not about you mocking my every mistake.
Careful what you wish for. And when your wish is granted, you must accept it with all attendant circumstances.
Yeah.
And as for your missteps, I don't rightly see why I shouldn't laugh if they're amusing. There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer. Esad Eich Cryde Rithorn. Ready. Careful down there. How's your bath? Water warm enough for you? How's it going?
Yeah, and you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
You cannot do that, man. And I can't fight underwater. It won't let me fight underwater. That's stupid. Fuck off. Fuck off.
There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer. Esad Eich Cryde Rithorn. Ready. Careful down there. How's it going?
Yeah, and you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. I'll look inside. Snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners, probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Not the right ship. Come back up.
Kidding me on this game.
There's something here, on the bottom. It's too deep here. You can't dive that long.
You underestimate me.
On the contrary. After all, I asked you for help. I'll cast a spell. It will slow your heart for a time. You can stay submerged longer. Esad Eich Cryde Rithorn. Ready. Careful down there. How's it going?
Yeah, and you know I hate it when you read my mind.
Strictly speaking, I'm not reading your mind, but using telepathy. Besides, you've nothing to hide, right?
Wouldn't admit it if I did. Not the point.
See anything interesting?
A shipwreck and a cavern. I'll look inside. Snapped masts, busted planks, and a whole swarm of drowners. Probably drawn by the corpses of drowned crew, then made their nest here. There's also a Clan Drummond figurehead.
Not the right ship. Come back up.
Where to now?
Wherever the leads take us.
Say we find the Jinn. What'll you do? Ask for a beautiful house? And a palace? And the Queen's crown?
Are we still talking about the Jinn? Or have we moved on to a talking fish?
Doesn't much matter. Both make wishes come true. What would yours be?
You learn in due course. Something's here. Another wreck.
Let's see if our Jinn's down there. Beautiful craftsmanship. Beautiful craftsmanship.
What do you have?
A war horn, bearing Clan Haimai symbols. A man's skeleton. Somebody pinned his skull to the deck with an axe.
A death worthy of a Skellige.
Clan emblem indicates a Dimmen man, so he was from Pharaoh. Yen, doubt any of these boats were the mages. These are old sunken longships.
Come back then. We must search elsewhere. You're getting better at this.
Go even quicker if you helped me down there.
I prefer to observe matters from up here, most definitely.
Yeah, like when we were looking for the Golden Dragon and an avalanche swept us off the trail. Me clinging to the remains of a bridge for dear life. You gripping my waist, admiring the view. Remember? Chasm below us was breathtaking. Rustling trees, a lazily flowing stream.
I remember, though I found myself admiring what I had right in front of me. Something strange about those rocks.
And there's something on the bottom. We'll see what it is.
See something?
Something doesn't do it justice. A huge crater, as if a meteorite landed here.
I must see it.
Diving in after all?
No, I shall cast another spell, to see through your eyes. Now relax. Aisu foltia bedem ein eichte illivaid. That is no meteorite crater.
What is it then?
The effect of teleportation. A powerful force cut out a fragment of the seabed, rocks and everything lying within the Aisu foltia bedem ein eichte illivaid.
Silver, pearl-encrusted cutlery. Should belong to someone awfully wealthy.
Amos was no pauper. It could very well be his ship.
Only found half. Can you do anything with this?
I can use it to locate the other half, to within a dozen yards.
And once we find that, we should find the Jinn.
Exactly. Ready? I'll take us there on the count of 3.
Oh, no, not another portal.
Stop whining. 1, 2...
Said you were gonna go on 3.
I did. Look, we must search the area.
Yen, not so fast. Gotta tell me what this is about first. Why do you want this Jinn?
But you already know. A Jinn's power is priceless to a mage.
That I know, but I also want to know how you plan to use it. Wouldn't go to these lengths if it wasn't something important.
You're right. It's important. Even very important. How long has this been going on, Geralt? This thing between us? 15, 20 years? We repeatedly split up, then returned to one another. Something draws us to each other, but I can never be certain if it's a true feeling or merely a bit of mischief by a Jinn.
So that's it. This is about my last wish?
You asked that Jinn to bind us together forever. I want to ask this one to take that wish back.
get it. You want to know what'll happen if magic no longer binds us.
I want to know if when the Jinn's magic is gone, if we've any magic left of our own.
What if I don't want to know?
I'm afraid you no longer have a choice. Come, let's search the ship.
Seems Amos was quite the eccentric, asking the Jinn to lift half his ship to a mountaintop.
He didn't necessarily.
Nothing interesting. Nothing here. Interesting. Nice shoes. Looks like the impact with the mountain was so powerful it popped the wearer right out of them. Mage must have slept here. Wonder what this means. Nothing interesting here. Nothing here. Elemental Empires by Giambattista. Yen, think you should see this.
What do you have? It's Amos. Looks exactly like the etching in the book. Except his head was intact there.
If he died while being teleported, seal my... Behold.
Bravo! Come to the deck. I've an idea. Step back a bit.
What do you...
Summon and tame the Jinn. It's not likely to be happy. Stand at the ready. Tame Jinn. Vrif kaishta ein gaia. Kaishta et disglair. Gevired me castle.
Have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places?
bit more! I can feel his strength waning!
Honestly hate dying. It's ridiculous.
Step.
What do you...
Hey.
Take it you have a plan.
You must weaken him while I draw him into the sphere.
Care to trade places? Lost your nerve?
Just a bit more! I can feel his strength waning!
Time to end this.
Got you! Your master died before uttering his last wish. I cannot capture you. We can struggle like this for eternity, or I can release you. If you do one thing for me. Do you see the spell that binds us? Only a Jinn can remove another Jinn's spell. Remove this one and you'll be free.
Stay home.
You are free!
Storm's over.
Yes. It's all over.
Maybe we should sit. You look a bit dazed.
I'm not, but we can sit.
Feel any better?
I told you, I'm fine.
Don't need to play tough for me. That was a hard fight. Maybe not as hard as the last time we tamed a Jinn, but still.
No comparison, I'm afraid. Half of Rind suffered then. Now I'm merely a bit tired. Thank you for coming, Geralt. I'd have had a much harder time of it on my own.
Well, never could say no to you.
Perhaps that will change now.
Feel anything? That anything's different?
I expected... I don't know what I expected, actually. A bit of vertigo, perhaps. I thought you'd become a stranger to me. That I'd look at you and not feel a thing. But it's not like that at all. Nothing's changed.
Jinn might have cheated us after all.
Why?
Because I don't feel that anything's changed either. I love you, Yen.
And I love you.
Ow, what was that?
It was, in a way. Besides, once you say I love you, a kiss has to taste differently.
What's next? Got any plans?
That depends what you mean. We must find Ciri, and then defeat the hunt. But I doubt the world will end if we sit here a while. My...
Think the spirits of Skellige favor...
I'm on the road to 500 subs. I know it's gonna be a while though. It's gonna be a long while before I get to 500 subs. And I'm prepared for that.
Next time we go on horseback.
A horse would never make it down that mountain.
What now?
Well, I'm due to appear in Vizima. I shall scour the palace library for something, anything that might help us determine who or what the creature Skal saw is.
Kaer Morhen's got a pretty rich library.
I shall search that later. Besides, we really should report to the Emperor.
If we gotta, we gotta.
We wouldn't have known Ciri had returned if not for the Emperor and his agents. It's the least we can do. It was very nice. Let's not ruin it by hashing out the details. see you again soon.
Take care of yourself.
Give me my
Want you to sew these rags together for...
Greetings.
Smooth.
You a tailor?
I am?
Can you cut my hair?
Take it you're good with scissors.
Tain't something I...
I want to see what it looks like. All I gotta do is just rip that wherever it's behind my head. I'm gonna do it. What's that shade? What's this shade? Alright. Shave head and ponytail. Should I get... Nah, this is good.
So long.
I'm gonna do this.
Aye! Aye! Aye!
I could have married a continental man.
Decent folk live here.
This be giving me some money.
I want to fight.
Grand.
Ready?
Like to have some... It's about my...
Listen, if I...
But it's Erica we're talking about. You don't understand. Enough of this chatter. By the rates of Warhawk! Keep together!
Come on, come closer.
By the rates of Morhog!
Sorry, almost lost it. But yeah, I'm not throwing no fight.
The Outlanders won! Erica, wait!
Let her...
You've 2 bouts more before you can chat.
You know what? I want to see him at least get a win off of him. I want to at least see him get that. He needs a win.
On Hindersfell, Geralt and Yen learned that Ciri had returned to the Isles. She'd rejoined her friend, the masked mage. They had boarded a boat and sailed off in an unknown direction. The boat had returned, one passenger on board, a creature as mindless as it was hideous.
Wherever that is. Come on. Come on, gang. Don't be shy. Doing the fine.
Maybe we needed a spot of rain.
I want you to sew these rags together for me.
The fat.
Greeting. You.
I am. Tin.
So.
Aye.
A witcher.
I want to fight. Ready to fight.
Like to have some words with the Outlander first. It's about my Erica. See her? I got a win today. She's watching. I don't stand a chance against you. I know it well. But I was thinking, maybe...
All right. We'll do it like this. First fight, I'll take a dive. But then we'll go at it again.
Enough of this chatter.
By the
Not good.
Keep together!
Swords on his back. Valgord wins!
Thanks.
You're good with your hands.
Hey, I am. Wonder if he's as strong as he looks. We'll stick together. It'll all work out. You see the white-haired fellow? Seems dangerous. Loving. Who are there, Witcher? You looking for work?
Finally head back to, I guess, the world map. Let's go back to Niflgaard.
As the Emperor's spies told it, Ciri had reached Novigrad. A lone attempt to find her in the North's largest city would certainly fail. But Geralt had friends he could count on. The Witcher decided to contact Triss Merigold.
That's what I want to kill.
I'm knackered. It's like a witch with muscle.
Not here for the loot. Interested in the sorcerers who lived here.
We're supposed to believe that.
Yeah.
Most likely hiding in some rat trap with the rest of them.
Someone's gotta know more.
I'd look for her in a putrid grove.
Putrid Grove.
I wouldn't know.
You'd fit in well, there.
Maybe.
They say you've got to get there through the sewers, but you've got to enter them outside of town.
Ask a beggar. Or spot his...
Mean to say the local beggars have a king? Crown?
Wouldn't scoff, mate.
And watch yourself.
Someone call for me.
It's Menga.
Temple guard.
Thieving vermin to the...
What, but sir, what's the offence? This is some sorceress bitchy shop.
Think that gives you the right to steal her property?
Well...
But by law, the temple guard takes possession of their belongings. And... You know a bat can sniff out a moth a mile away.
What's your point?
I ask the questions, and as bats sense moths.
Heard Novigrad was no place for mages. Now you're telling me it's no place for witchers. So who...
Righteous folk professing the one true Nothing I can do to you now. I'll be the first to learn of it. Be seeing you.
You serious?
No loitering round here.
Let's do it.
Waste of breath. I'm listening, Sarah.
Bloody easy.
He sensed something. Gotta stay further back.
Stop! Thief!
Wobbly. Need some overripe sheep's feet.
Rains doesn't pause.
Holy moly.
Sir, be merciful. Give us a crown, eh? Me mum's sick, and if I don't feed her, well, she's like to die of hunger.
All right. I'll give you some coin. But you got...
I don't know that. Keep your coin, I don't know a thing. Move on. Arms for the poor.
The bonny boats that drag us away here. Jesus, like whales begging to be squeezed.
Here we are, that's on the hill.
Ah, watch it. Just again.
Is there a land where I might find more of your kind?
What are you playing at?
Open up.
Who are you and what do you want?
Take a look. What do you see?
Yellow eyes, pair of swords, mutated killer, methinks.
Heard this place was a meeting spot for oddities.
Heard right. Know the password, get him free. Don't know it. Gotta contribute to the Grave's upkeep.
Don't know the password.
Pay up then.
Might be a problem there.
Then come back.
Hold on. Can I do the illusion thing? How you do the illusion thing? See that symbol again.
Open up.
Oh, heard right.
Don't
pay up then.
Might.
Open.
Don't know the pot. I won't pay. Let me in.
Yes, sir.
What ails you? Don't see that one eye below.
Picked him as rain.
How are things?
About time we made something clear, sorceress. Me and my men'll manage just fine. Who do I spy?
Geralt?
Hey, Triss.
See you two know each other. See you two know each other well. I was curious whether you'd managed to find me, which...
Am I mistaken, or you got something to take up with me?
Who knows? Man with 2 swords and the skill to use them could be very useful these days.
Could have sent some underling to fetch me.
Could have. But I admit I wanted to see how you'd manage. See if you're as crafty as you are well-crafted.
What you on about?
See, Witcher? I've got plans. Big...
Ever thought of seeking a seat on the city council?
City Council is a puppet troupe with a hierarchy of the Church of the Eternal Fire as its puppeteer. Until recently, that is, when Radovid and his witch hunters took the reins. The semblance of power don't interest me.
A man with a vision.
One day, the so-called free city of Novigrad will be truly free, farting around about the hallowed...
Apparently not. Cheering crowd at the execution.
Any crowd of rabble-will cheer. They call this place the Putrid Grove. But it's the rest of Novigrad that's putrefied. This is... I'm actually glad someone like you's found his way.
Yours.
But that's a tale. For now, I'll leave you to...
Geralt, I have a lot of things to take care of in town.
I'll be glad to tag... What's your arrangement? He using you?
Helping me to survive, actually.
6 months ago, if somebody said Triss Merigold would be working for a Novigrad criminal, I'd never have believed it.
6 months ago.
Come on.
Madam Sorceress. You...
Don't fret. Bound to be back. I take it you're in Novigrad on...
Important doesn't do it justice. I'm
More precisely?
Young woman who's like a daughter to me.
Her? Here?
She was here. There are witnesses, evidence. You've been here a while. I need you to help me find something.
I'll do everything I can, of course. Hello, Klug. Managed to get those magic...
Yes, somewhat with difficulties, you might say.
Get to the point, Klug. No time today for one of your long stories.
Wait! A sack full of magicalities? I'm afraid I had no choice.
I need that package, Klug.
It must be on the canal bed.
You expect me to pay you, then dive for my goods into that ice-cold...
Well, some causes require a sacrifice.
Causes? What about people?
For people, same hope.
So, maybe you care to dive in a...
You win.
Stop.
The fool didn't break. Every man turned out.
We were lucky this time.
Take care of yourself. Well, there's a draft. Should be an exit.
Free city of Novigrad. Name actually used to mean something.
The very reason so many mages came here after the massacre.
What sword is that? A sword?
Thought they'd be safe from Radovid's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying pan into the fire. But Novigrad stands on top of a mountain of coin, and winning a war takes 3 things. Coin, coin...
So basically a bunch of coins.
Judging by what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom. Unless the poor man was mistaken. He's been forgetful ever since Manga interrogated him. Seems to be suffering from a persecution complex, too.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Find the parcel? Or did you get wet for no reason?
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal. Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat. Oh, and this.
Oh, my package. Hope the contents aren't soaked through. Oh, you're a doll.
Seem to be in your element.
Still remember my elements? How I use them?
Come on. 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That should stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone's been taking advantage of me.
I have, for one.
I've never even intimated.
We need to hurry.
Greetings, sorceress. I didn't expect you to bring company.
Triss,
Of course.
Are you Triss?
I know it was reckless, but competition's stiff here. No one would hire me if I claimed to be a common rat catcher.
More importantly, but I'd prefer you not to
Triss, you and Brandon here.
We settled on a full coin purse.
Don't much like merchants who flatter with cheap praise before the job's done.
That was not cheap praise.
So am I. I want you to pay in full in advance.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Then trap your own rats.
Well, now I know why she brought you along. Fine, a full purse of Novigrad crowns as proof of my goodwill.
We need to place these crystals around the granary. I'll cover half the space. You take the other half. Look for evidence of rat activity.
Mm-hmm. Thing is, I know what evidence of manticore activity looks like, but rodents?
Geralt, we'd both rather be somewhere else. I'd rather be sitting in a royal council meeting, but they killed my king. Look for crevices and droppings.
Once we place this incense, what then?
I'll cast a spell and the rats will leave.
Can't do that without sprinkling incense? Don't really feel up to looking for rat shit.
Stop whining.
Think I plugged every hole in there.
All right. Get ready for some magic fireworks. Once I activate the incense, we'll have a moment to talk. Well? Now we wait for them to scurry away.
Interesting method. Never had much luck with rats. Once I hit one with a fork in complete darkness, trying to show off my witcher's senses. Masterful throw, really. Problem was, no one else saw it. How could they in the dark?
So...
I'm just glad to see you safe and sound, and...
reconciled?
I was worried about seeing you again. Doubted it could be pleasant.
We said everything there was to say 6 months ago. I don't want to go back to that.
I'm not going back to it. It's just... it's one thing to say...
We promised to remain friends. I hope nothing will change that. So, tell me how Yen's doing?
How do you know I found her?
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
She's fine.
That's good.
Asking about anything specific?
Never mind. I got my answer.
Well, well. Are lovebirds having themselves a little chat instead of working?
The job's done. Geralt, those are...
I know who they are, Triss.
My friends begged me to notify them if I encountered a mage, sorceress, what have you. Didn't have the heart to refuse.
It's a trap, Geralt.
This stank from the stuff. If these boys are here to help us kill rats, they're late.
I paid them.
I can see that.
They'll do...
Oh,
good.
As...
Kill!
Not too late to surrender.
That bastard hired me on the assumption he wouldn't have to pay me. Duped and trapped as a child. If...
I'm gonna kill you right now. Yeah, what you thought, huh?
Don't kill me. Good sir, no. They... spare me, good man.
Shut up. I should kill you. Now, get.
Thanks, Geralt.
You should try to keep better.
He was still better than some... You know, I've been thinking who might know something. There's an Oneiromancer in town, Corrine Tilly.
Never trusted in dreamers.
Corrine's been very effective. She's
Not coming with me?
I've got some things to...
Another rat and...
Not exactly.
Thanks for everything.
Mm-hmm.
How do I find you if I...
I live in the Bits. Head up the...
BC.
Nothing hurts as much as life.
Just passing by, wanderer? Or do you seek something specific?
Who's asking?
Rudolf de Jonkier. Of those de Jonkiers, yes.
Didn't need a recommendation.
Father always said, all...
I'm looking for Corrine.
Oh, you've come to the right place, then. Corrine is inside.
I'd like to go inside.
I don't usually let strangers rummage around my... The second sword, is it in case of the first one?
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
What the fuck? The fuck did I just...
All right. Time to check the attic.
Stop. Go away. Don't do that. Leave it. Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Way to the next room's blocked.
which has been drawn by a child, it seems.
There was a cradle on the second floor. Wonder what had happened if I laid a doll in it.
Stop! Go away! Don't do that. Leave it!
What's going on?
Another masterpiece. An oven and a blackened grate. Oh joy. A riddle. Guess I should find an oven.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Boo! Did I scare you?
No.
Scared you, didn't I? I could tell you was scared. Big brave man scared of wee little Sarah. Ain't that funny?
I wouldn't do that anymore if I were you, Sarah. You might scare someone so bad they'll hurt you.
Why would someone hurt me? Having a spot of fun's not allowed anymore.
What are you playing?
That lady fell asleep, and I've sent her some horrible dreams. I'll not her awake neither. I can do that, you know. Funny, isn't it?
Very funny. Thing is, I gotta talk to the dreamer, so I'd like you to let her wake up.
Little Sarah doesn't want her to wake. Little Sarah wants to play.
You're lucky. I know you're a harmless godling, but others might not know, and then...
And how'd you know I'm a godling, eh? How's that, eh? Eh?
If it looks like one and acts like one, trust me, you're a godling. You give the dreamer nightmares and won't let her wake up. Why are you tormenting her?
I'm not tormenting anyone. Scary dreams are great. What I love is when this big hen chases me. Hen's got these red...
Why do you live in a haunted house?
Tell you a secret. The house ain't haunted. Not one bit. I just pretend it is. Make everyone think that. It was sitting there all empty, so I moved in. Bigwig from the bank then came and bought it. I don't...
Gave the banker a really big scare. See, he paid a lot for this house and won't give it up easily, which is why you need to find another home.
I don't want to! I don't! I won't!
I don't want to be a jerk. But I'm gonna be a jerk because I don't have time for this.
See, now I want to do this the nice way, but you just won't let me.
What'll you do to me, eh?
Burdock. Godlings hate the scent. How would you like a whiff?
You're stupid and a pig.
A woman's touch.
What is it?
A good one to you, young.
Greetings. What?
Herbs, young.
Not that, sir.
Monk's hood for it.
Yeah.
Have a look, young man.
You just might have. Take care.
What?
Odd though he is.
The second sword, is it in case the first one breaks?
You pig! Trying to suffocate me! You oaf! You dolt! Someone will do the same to you one day! Take this stupid axe, you Burdocking bully!
Who are you?
Triss Merigold sent me to see you.
Gods. Horrible nightmares. I was supposed to dream the history of this house. Instead, I saw furniture. Hungry furniture that wished to devour me. I know it must sound foolish.
The work of a godling. She made people believe the house was haunted. Also injected your dreams with her little jokes.
And you managed to wake me.
We witchers have our ways.
I thank you very much. The dreams, they were awful. Any way I can pay you back?
There is, actually. I'm looking for a young woman who is...
I can certainly try to help. But I'll need to clear my...
I saw Miss Corinne leave, but she refused to speak to me. Is the matter resolved? Or quite the opposite?
Burned some burdock in the stove. Godling couldn't stand the smell and fled. And Corinne simply awoke. Anyway, house is clean.
Excellent. I must admit come by from time to time and ask. The Yonkers...
Thanks.
Phil, oh, save me.
Freak! The thinking! That's where you go. Let's deal with this. Like a new race thinks you're a bigger rat picker than me.
To leave this city somehow.
Yes? A dream in here.
Never witnessed a seance.
I will guide you.
Let's begin.
To start with,
What for?
do as I ask, please.
Ciri. Ciri was orphaned during the Second War with Nilfgaard. Had no idea what to do with a young girl. I remember her standing on a crumbling wall. A stone came loose. She lost her footing. Strongest memory, though. Knew then that Ciri was maturing. It would...
I see. Do you wish to...
Yes.
In that case...
It was in Rivia. The Second War with Nilfgaard had just ended. There was still tension in the air. I tried to do something, but... A boy with a pitchfork. He ran it right through my gut. Yennefer lay dying as well. Ciri had us carried onto a boat. We sailed to a place where apple trees... It was the last time.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
No.
No.
You claim the woman has... ability.
She's a child of the Elder Blood.
A descendant of bloody Volker. The rebel burned at the stake. The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be...
Pure legend.
No one... I see. Do you...
They call Ciri the Lady of Space and Time. She... travels between worlds. Didn't really understand much of what Yen told me. I just know there's more to it than and that Ciri carries immense power.
I see.
No.
Naturally. I knew you cared about her.
Let's continue, please.
Make yourself comfortable, and try to relax.
Right here. If y'all like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video, and also comment down below. This is King Vector, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.